Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome to a new video. I'm gonna ask you real quick to stop what you're doing before you continue with this video, before we get into what we're about to be talking about today. I need you to click on the link that's going to be popping up here on screen if you have not watched part 1 to this video. This is part 2 of 2, and you want to be fully knowledgeable on the entire subject that we're talking about here today. So make sure you just take a second, go watch part 1, and then come on back and watch this one after you have seen that one, because part 1 was the main bread and butter to this whole thing. It was the main section that I was trying to get out there overall, that this is me, this is the controller I use, it's the system and the setup that I use, the PCs that I use, this is the monitor I use, here's a camera for everything. This is just literally just showing you that this, and after all of that, showing Taskmaster, showing everything, then saying, go line this gameplay up with any gameplay I have every single day in my stream. And it's the exact same. It does not change. I hit the same shots. I make the same decisions no matter what. And it's because I play this game a lot, okay? I don't have a life. I mean, I have a life. This is my life. And I love it. And I hate when people come and try to tear that shit down. I had a lot of people, I saw a lot of people saying, Z, don't even give this guy the light of day. Don't even give this guy the light of day. It's just, and I get that. I thought about that myself, and I genuinely didn't want to for a while. But man, he might end up making like 100 videos on me if I don't say something, because he's already on part 3 of accusing me of hacking. And I'm just not going to have my name slandered. I've worked very, very hard to build my online presence and grow my brand and try to be the best player that I can be, while all I am trying to do every day is create content, because I love to do it. And I love knowing that there are people out there that love and enjoy watching it. And that's what I am passionate about at my heart, at my core. And I really do not appreciate when people try to come in and not just come in and because they're uninformed, because this person is uninformed and doesn't have much knowledge on the game, but also goes a step further and manipulates clips and takes them out of content, so tries to make me look like I am hacking. That is ridiculous. I'm not going to stand for that. And if you are someone that doesn't think that I should be making this part, please just try to put yourself in my shoes. That's really all I have to say about that. But anyway, part 2 of 2 in this video, what we're going to be talking about here today, who we're going to be addressing here today, is none other than the clout chasing, clip manipulating, rootin' tating, one and only Bad Boy Beeman. Now, he doesn't really like when people call him out for exactly what he is.
Using his name for clout. Fuck off.
But this video, at the end of this video, there's actually very quickly into this video, after the first gosh hecking clip, you're already going to get a great idea that this person is out here to slander names. He's not actually out here to seek the truth. He's out here to utilize people that have already built names for themselves, and he's out here trying to tear those names down, and while also using those names in his own titles to get more views for his own content. And believe me, like I said, I understand. There's also people that have been saying, if Z can't handle, not very many, by the way. Listen, the love and the support has been insane. First and foremost, I gotta say that. Love and support has been insane. I know that literally 99.9% of you are love the content and enjoy it, and there was no shadow of a doubt for you guys, but I still needed to make this because there is a fan base. This isn't just a small group of people. This guy has been building and getting solid amounts of views with my videos and pushing these lies out to people, and it actually has gotten to the point where it is genuinely starting to affect my business and my brand and my content, more than just people coming in the chat say, hi, you're a hacker. I can deal with that. I promise you I can. People saying that, if Z can't handle the hate, he's going down the wrong career path, but that's just not the case. Believe me, I'm pretty solid at dealing with the death threats and the gosh hecking, everything that I deal with in my DMs and my chat on a daily basis. Trust me. I'm pretty good at brushing it off the shoulder. This is just not something I'm going to allow to continue to happen, because if I do, this guy is going to continue doing what he's doing. He's going to continue pushing a narrative by doing scumbag shit, and he's going to do it to other people, and he's going to continue doing it to me. I'm just not going to allow him to be able to use my name to pay his gosh heckin' bills. That's bullshit. unless he was doing something really cool, you know, making some montage or something. He's obviously tapping into a market that I completely understand exists. These dramatized stuff where people obviously want to see, you know, people want to see me fail. There are people that want to see me fail, the people that want to see Aydan, the people that want to see Husk fail, you know, people that I'm going to be showing also in this video clips of their stuff, because he has accused other big names, not just myself, of doing this and gaining good viewership while doing this, by the way. Some people don't even anyway, the irony is absolutely amazing, and I would love to hear their defense for, you know, their guy. He hates when people come out and defend someone like myself, or people try to come out and defend people like Aydan or anyone else. What's so ironic about it is that everyone on his side call those people defending us sheep. They call them sheep, and that they're just fanboys. It's so ironic and so funny that they say that. It's just, it blows my mind, because there are still people defending beaming after my first video, and after this second one, I mean, let's just jump into it. So what's up, folks? We're gonna take a look at a clip that Beeman posted of me. Basically, let's just hear what he has to say, what's going on in the clip, and let's break it down, and let's talk about it for a second, see what's going on.
You lock straight onto the enemy here. As soon as that enemy dies, and I don't mean goes down, I mean dies, instantly, and I'm not saying like a couple of milliseconds later, it instantly flicks onto the other downed enemy. Watch this now. From the split second.
Oh my God, now hold on, let me just take a look back really quick. Oh my God. He's not wrong.
From the split.
He's not wrong. I mean, even especially with this slowed down clip, it's so clear to see that it's a snap, right? Oh, now I just want to be safe with this. How about we just really quickly, let's look at the clip from the source clip, from the actual recorded VOD that I record all my VODs to my PC for uploading to YouTube. Let's take a look at the actual snippet really quick, because I don't know what this, I think he's got me here on. I'm not going to lie. I think this is it, folks. Hold on. No, wait, hold on. What am I seeing here? I just want to be certain, because I'm not slowing it down like he was in his video, and I don't want to jump to conclusions here. Let me just pull this into the VLC real quick and slow this clip down, so we could be certain. We just want to slow it down to nice 50%. That seems good. Let's move it up a little bit, and let's just. You might not be seeing what I'm seeing right here, but I just want to be certain. Okay, now, real quick, it just slowed down. Now, I'm going to get my editor to do this, because this will help much easier. It'll make it clearer for you guys to see. I'm going to let him play the source footage versus his footage side by side. I'm going to get him to play both of them side by side, play them at the exact same time, and I'm going to see if you can notice this thing that I'm seeing, because what I'm seeing here is actually different on his than what I'm seeing on mine. Because if you notice on the left-hand side of my screen where my webcam is, I have a top star donation sender during that particular live stream. Ian James, shout out to the GOAT Ian James in the chat. And it scrolls the entire time during the clip. It's a real-time scroll. It never lags. It doesn't stop at all. It just scrolls through the screen. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in my clip. Let's take a quick look at the side-by-side comparison so you guys can clear as day, completely no doubt at all, see that this is clip manipulation. Let's take a look. So in this first clip, what you're going to see is you're going to see on the left-hand side, you see the Haccusation. This is Bad Boy Beaming's footage from his video. And then on the right side, you see my POV from my live stream. This was just from a live stream. You can go check it out you can go check it out. Like, I have it all pre-recorded, all posted up, and he just goes back and watches his footage. On the left-hand side, on the bottom, what I want you to pay attention to, like I said before, pay attention to the Ian James. Pay attention to the name in my donation. Take a look at the name that's scrolling on my live overlays on my stream. Notice how there is a complete pause in the difference, and not just that, obviously the shot itself you can see is snappier. You can see where the frames were actually cut out, and the video isn't paused, anything like that. On the let's take a look. So you see the difference between the two, one being snappier than the other, way snappier. And now we're going to take a look at that exact same clip, but slowed down. So I'm going to do what he likes to do a lot with my footage and slow it down so we can really see here that this is 100%. You're going to see the actual stop on the left-hand side. You're going to see where the frames were cut. And on the right-hand side, you're going to just see the video continue to play because it was never, ever cut. And by the way, I'm not doing any video manipulation myself here. You can go and you can see this for yourself on his own YouTube channel. You can see, put them up side by side. There is a big difference, unless he deletes the video soon. You know, we would hate to see that, but I mean, then that would obviously speak for itself. Let's take a look at the slowed version here. And pause. Boom. Instant flick. This is in his video. But anyway, that's a little ridiculous to me, buddy. Come on. So I wanted to make sure that this that the clips we just took a look at were I wanted to go to his YouTube channel. And I just wanted to take a look at them again, the way he slows them down, the way he does stuff. And I caught one final thing that my editor actually pointed out to me that is, again, this is just, you couldn't write it any better than this, man. And oh man. So let's just take a look again. This is on his YouTube channel. This is his video, his part 2 video of Zlaner hacking. Let's take a look at that exact same clip, and I'm going to show you the cherry on top of the cake, folks. This is fantastic. So we've already established that there's some cutting going on here. I just wanted to make sure, I wanted to make certain that it just wasn't one of those times, those very rare times, at one of the worst possible times for it to happen, that would make me look extra suspicious that the clip just didn't lag itself. Let's just take a look and I'll show you why that isn't happening. So we notice the cut right here. Look at the Ian James. Boom. There's a cut. No pausing.
From the split second.
And this is the best part of it all, folks. Right here. Take a look at that. Did you just notice what I noticed? In the video that he has playing in the background, he has 3 parts. He has one part that is a real time where I just run in. Then he has a second part where it's slowed down, and a final third part where it is fully slowed down. Now, the thing is like I said, believe me, I knew this guy was delusional. I'm so happy to find out that he's also an idiot, because we caught him slipping up here. In the first part, you clearly see the cut. In the second part, you see it clear as day. It's not even a question. You see the cut, you see the snap, you see the left-hand side of the thing. But take a quick look at the final part. You'll see the snap in the first one, and you'll see it missing in the third one. He forgot to manipulate the third and final slowed down version. He forgot to cut the clip.
That enemy
Let's just take a look.
It goes down, instantly flicks onto the other downed enemy. Watch this now.
So we see it snap. We see the Ian James name, pause and snap. And the third and final take, folks. Let's take a look at the Ian James name, folks. Tell me if this splits. Doesn't split at all. Not even a little bit.
You see that? So from the split second, that enemy is down.
Pretty incredible stuff, folks. Enjoy the rest of the video. All right, so in this clip, we're going to be breaking down a part of Beaming's video where he basically is just accusing me probably of some type of aim lock, some type of, like, I'm able to see players in the zone that he can't see and no one else can see. And this is a great example of what he does in a lot of his videos, where he renders his videos out in extremely awful quality to his YouTube channel. So it's already, each time you take a video, I'm not much of an editor. My editor is going to be able to explain this much better than I could. But when you take these videos and he's going onto my YouTube channel, recording taking my gameplay. So I've already taken the gameplay, recorded it, posted it to the YouTube channel. That already degrades the clip just slightly. And then he takes that, records it, takes it on that degrades it even more slightly. And then he records over top of that. And you can tell in this clip, I'm going to show you my POV of this, and I'm going to show you his POV of this, so you can see how the clips differ. And you can see that in his clip, it's almost impossible to see these players, but in my clip, it's very, very easy to see these players. So let's just go through and see what he has to say. What's up, folks? Just to slide in here real quick. One thing that I explained in the video that YouTube rendering makes clips look even a little bit less like quality. It diminishes the quality of the video already every time you take the clip and you upload it to YouTube. One thing that I noticed in watching this video back is that you actually can't see as clearly as I say you can the second person in the zone behind the rock in this gas clip. You can't see them as well as I actually say you can. I can see them because I'm looking at the actual source clip. So you can't see it as clear as I can. But if what we did, just to be completely certain, because I'm almost positive that someone's going to go down in the comments and be like, no, we can't see it as good as you can. I have uploaded, my editor put down in the bottom of the description a link where you can click on and you can actually go download a Google Drive file of that particular clip, and you can go analyze it even better of the actual source clip itself, so you can see exactly what I see, and you can much clearer see this person in the zone in the rock. Anyway, that stacked on top of the fact that I already know this person is there, and I'm on controller, so I have aim assist. When you're in the gas, your aim assist doesn't go away magically. So I know this person's there. It's a very simple shot to hit. It's that easy. Anyway,
Huskers is trolling in this one. I'm guessing he is. Huskers doesn't like me very much either. But in this gameplay, Zlaner is hanging around with Joewo and Huskers, and just listen to what they've got to talk about here. While these guys are streaming to tens of thousands of people between them, who's the topic of conversation?
You guys all crossed already or died.
Boom. He looks over to the camera, how could he have done that? Now, this is another great part to pause and explain another thing that is very important. The start of this clip, this is another thing that he likes to do, is he likes to take things very out of context. So he'll take clips where I know where a certain player is, and he cuts the first part out so it doesn't give you that information, and then he will show it in this, and then he'll show it like in a cut down condensed version so you don't see the first parts. I'm going to show you, he starts the clip from right here. He starts the clip from right here where the gas is coming in and there's someone up on this thing, and I just beam this guy completely, right? And then he's super surprised. Oh, how could he have known he was there? How did he beam him through the gas like that? I can't see him on my POV. Well, if I close this down and I go to my POV of the gas, obviously, look at this, a much clearer video. And I'm going to start it back a little bit further where I'm running down here in the canal. I'm sitting here. And I don't know if you guys look up on the top of the crane right now, but we've got a little guy up there. Oh my God, there's a guy on top of the fucking...
That's good. He doesn't see you.
Easily call this guy out first.
Don't do it.
And I know he's up there, but he wants to start this clip, obviously, from this position where the gas is already in, and it looks like I have no idea that someone's up there, and I just happen to be...
Who knows if Huskers here?
I'm sorry, teammate. I'm sorry.
All right. Don't report this guy. Another guy. Heavy. Heavy.
I love that eyebrow raises after every single time I kill someone in like the most normal way possible. It's like, ooh, like, ooh. It's like, what are you doing, man? Where are you?
Where are you?
And this final part right here, where we're in the gas.
I hate this getting it.
Can't even see. And I completely beam this guy. And that's the entire clip from his YouTube video that he posted to his channel. Now I'm going to show you my POV so you can see clearly that I can see these guys in the gas. It's not even a question. So you see this first guy right here at the very top. I already know he's there. Taking my time. I still see him in the gas. I can see him moving. Take the shot and beam his ass down. I'm sorry.
All right. Don't report this guy.
Very simple. You could not see it that clearly in his perspective, in the one that he posts to his YouTube channel. Because again, like I said, this person is not, this person is creating a YouTube drama channel. This person's not trying to actually, even though he has caught actual cheaters before, this guy's also trying to attack the big names as a strategy to just be able to get more views. He'll put my name in his videos. He'll put Husker's names, Aydan's names, all these people that we know are not hacking, and he'll put them in his videos. And he obviously has some kind of agenda here. He's making the clips shorter. He's making the clips lower quality. Like you can't, it's just, you can't make this stuff up. This is ridiculous. And again, you'll see on this rock right up here, we don't really need to see this part where I just beam these guys. This is the part that he wants us to see the most, which is where I beam this guy in the gas, where on his screen, you can't see him that well. But, lo and behold, on my screen, on my POV, absolutely dominating this entire team with solid movement, solid cover usage, solid aim.
I don't like you, man.
And now we're in the gas. Now, we already know this guy is over here behind this rock near the gas, so I'm just holding this angle very nicely. And yet again, for a split second, you can see, and you can pause the video or do whatever you need if you need to, but you can see this guy's shadow. I can see this guy move to the right side.
I couldn't even see it. How could you see him?
Just because on spectates, the gas doesn't always look the same to you as it does for me. And that last part right there is the final thing I'll break down in this clip. You notice how Husk is, how do you even see that guy? And Beaming is probably thinking the exact same thing. How could you possibly see this guy, Z? Well, here's a great example. I even broke it down in my POV. I say it right here.
Oh my god, I couldn't even see it. How could you see him?
Just because on spectates, the gas doesn't always look the same to you as it does for me. And for anyone that has played Warzone for like a decent amount of time, anyone that puts a lot of time into this game, and if you ever die and you spectate your teammates, there are times where you can see through the gas very clearly, but on the spectate mode, sometimes it just looks like the gas is much more thick for whatever reason. I have no idea why, and I will give you evidence of that right here. I'll show you Husker's POV. This is from his live stream spectating me. We're going to see those same clips where you can clearly see these people in the gas from my POV. But from his POV, the gas is much more blurry.
Don't do it? No, I think these guys all crossed already or died.
The gas is fully thick right there. Like you can't even see that player. And then we'll skip ahead. Same thing for this clip up here. You can't even see through the gas. Like you can't see even a smidge through the gas on his POV. But then we obviously switch back to mine. And very clearly, you can easily see the shadow of this guy in the zone. Boom, run up. And there he is. And same for the first kill as well. Up on top. You couldn't even see through this gas. Like right at this point right here, you couldn't see even not just the player, you couldn't even see the crane on Husker's screen, basically. And on mine, you can clearly see that. And don't take my word for this. Like if you don't believe that this is an actual glitch in the game, you can go test it out for yourselves. And I know that most people already know what I'm talking about. If you spectate in this game, the gas looks different on spectate mode than it does when you're actually playing the game, when you're in the gas. It looks completely different. And anyway, that should probably clear up that entire situation. All right, folks. So in this part, we're going to be taking a look at a video that he did on a good buddy of mine, Aydan. One of the greatest players to play Warzone. I wonder why this guy would be calling out Aydan. I truly wonder why. Not clout chasing. Couldn't be that. Couldn't be that. Anyway, in this clip right here, what we're going to take a look at is basically something that Bad Boy Beaming finds suspicious. And I'm going to show you very clearly, very easily, that this clip was manipulated, like he does with so many other examples that I will be giving. Manipulated, cut down, and the audio is even turned all the way down so you can't even get audio cues and information. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let's take a look at the clip.
One of the things I have always said about people who are using ESP wall hacks is that they will always have UAVs, and that is to stop them getting caught out for shooting in positions where they shouldn't know an enemy is. However, in this instance, in the clip we're about to watch now, this is about 23 minutes into the video, Aydan pops a UAV. However, the person who he wants to kill doesn't show up, but he somehow seems to push upstairs, turn to the exact corner the person stood in, and shoot at him anyway. Now, this guy has literally been camping in the corner. You don't hear any footsteps. He still manages to push upstairs, turn to the exact position where the enemy is. Let's watch this clip now.
And that sounds intense.
He's pushing through this building. He's plating up. He's going upstairs, okay? So think about it now. If anybody was there, he would have seen him through the walls.
UAV
pops his UAV. The enemy doesn't show up, and he turns that corner instantly and shoots the guy who was stood right there. How did he know he was there? Okay, let's go back a little bit again and watch that from start to finish again. So he's pushing through the building, up the stairs. So, for example, if he was using wall hacks at that moment, okay, just the second before he pops that UAV, he literally, right there, that's where the enemy stood in this sort of vicinity here. Okay, so if he was using ESP wall hacks, he would have seen the enemy there. And then, as I've said, if anybody's using ESP wall hacks while streaming and they want to hide it, they would pop UAVs to cover the tracks. So what does he do at this instance? He pops his UAV right now. There you have it. And the enemy does not show up on the minimap whatsoever. So they are obviously using Ghost. And then he still pushes up this position here. And the minute he turns that corner, in fact, before he's even pushed through that door, he is not looking to go anywhere else other than that corner.
I wonder why.
Already turning to the left. And then there you have it.
There you have it.
There, pop, pop. He's dead.
That's it.
That to me screams wall hacks. What do you guys think? Do you want to watch it again? Okay.
I gotta just pause the video for one quick second because this thought just came to my head. How ridiculous it is that this guy tries to act like he has all this knowledge of hacks and all this type of stuff and knowledge of the game itself to be able to break this down. Like, his opinion is very, very solid in this. What's sad about this is that this game, obviously, we all know that Warzone has a big issue with cheating. We obviously know that there are lots of hackers in this game. We know that for a fact. Now, these accounts are usually banned very quickly, and anyone that is actually hacking at a professional level get called out by the other pros in a heartbeat. It's going to happen. If you truly think that pros want other pros to be cheating in their tournaments so they can't have a chance at winning any tournaments, you are delusional. If you think that there is actually some kind of Warzone Illuminati where we all keep hush-hush about each other, you are delusional. Just understand that. Just know that. What really makes this sad is that this guy is pretending like he has all this knowledge and knows this stuff. And because there is such an issue with hacks in Warzone, you know, obviously he's trying to make this stuff look sus. And he's saying that he knows that Aydan obviously has ESP here and wall hacks so he can look through the wall. It's so very sad and scumbaggy to see. It's so unfortunate. But anyway, let's just get back into this because I'm going to break this down. No questions asked. I'm going to literally show you right now how easily this is to break down and how easily he is trying to make Aydan look very sus here. Let's start real quick by going over to Aydan's actual video. So he's watching Aydan's video of the I broke the NA solo kill record in Warzone. He's watching that video. I have it here on YouTube. Let's just take a quick look at that clip. But here's what we're actually going to do. We're going to be legitimate about this, and we're going to go back just a little bit before Aydan pushed that person in the building. And we're going to see if there was any possible way Aydan could have known. Because right now, Beeman might have a point here. Who knows?
I really just think I need him to shoot me.
Now, who's that guy? Okay, so real quick, this is where Beaming started the video. This is where he started the clip. Now, already, we now know that Aydan has knocked someone up in the top right-hand corner. This is Solos. He downed them, meaning that this guy has to have self-res. You hear the self-res pop. And if you take just a quick second, one thing that I need you to also recognize too in Beaming's breakdown video, you can go back and listen and hear what I'm talking about. He has the audio turned all the way down. He has the audio turned so low that he's not giving you, he's cutting out the first part of this clip. So he's not giving you that information. And he's also not giving the footstep audio that even if Aydan didn't know this person was up here at first, he can hear the footsteps so clearly when he hits the metal staircase in here. It's an absolute joke. So you already hear this guy self-res, and if you even listen to the very end, you can hear the guy run into that exact room as well. You can hear him run. You hear that pitter-patter sort of go back to that right wall, and you can expect this guy's most likely going to sit in a corner, play it up, try to heal back up. Aydan's going to push in here with all the information that there's someone above his head. And take a listen to the footsteps that you don't hear in Beaming's clip right here.
UAV entering the AO.
Before he even goes up there, wait, hold on.
Recon's inbound. UAV entering the AO.
Take a listen. There's a small smidge of footstep that you can hear right when he hits the top of the staircase as well. Take a listen to this.
Recon's inbound. UAV entering the AO.
Right there. and right there. And obviously, he's going to push that corner and take this guy out. So what's very cringy about this, I'm getting literal goosebumps from secondhand cringe, is that this guy, clear as day, he likes to tell people in his videos, I'd like to see you explain this. Explain this. Well, Beeman, explain this! Explain the blatant video manipulation you're trying to pull off here, my guy. I'm going to show you guys even more examples in a little bit, but it's mind-boggling, folks. It's mind-boggling. And let me just pull up some photos on screen real quick, or let me get my editor to throw some photos up here on screen that I have on my phone. These are YouTube comments that he has under these videos, people calling him out for it, and some people totally not calling him out and being big fans of his work. Let's just go through some of these real quick. So, real quick, this person, Dan Sharp on YouTube, comments, in your video at 6:05, you cut out the fact that he had just shot him on the outside and the guy was on the balcony. The guy ran in here to hide. Aydan then ran in and hid there. Aydan then got down, selfed, and went straight up there, knew the guy, where he knew the guy ran. You said about clipping YouTube videos to make it look like something else, and then you did it yourself. I keep watching because I'm interested and see some of your points, but after checking myself, I'm disappointed. So someone already starting to doubt this guy. And then under that comment, if you notice, this is the easily manipulated fan base that he has, and I'm talking about the ones that no matter what, these people don't actually want evidence. Another one of this guy's fans saying, when he's in the warehouse push, what makes that look sus is the fact that he changes from his assault rifle to his shotgun. This is the long room that would need the assault rifle, but for some reason he knew to change because the guy was sat in the corner. If anyone says that he heard him, I have an Astro A40 headset with mix amp and you don't hear nothing if people don't move. And then Bad Boy Beeman right underneath that saying, I've also tried explaining to these people that I also have an Astro A40 headset, but maybe Aydan has the Warzone Footsteps Special Edition Astro A40, also known as ESP. That's a knee slapper, buddy. Oh my God, man. This shit, like, you can't make it up, man. You can't make it up. 100% cheating. These players fly around the map 100 miles an hour, not knowing or checking their surroundings properly, but know where people are and constantly are dropping 20 bombs, blah, 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 blah. And then Bad Boy Beeman coming in with the thick response here. He plays 8 hours a day. Aydan is just cracked. You're just salty he killed you. No, mate. I'm a realist. I'm a realist. Oh my God. Hold on now. I see what's in front of me and I call it out, folks. You can't make this up. Like you can't, like, and then someone calling him out again here. This is another phenomenal example of this guy doesn't obviously know how to do these videos. Like, listen to what he says here. Someone calling him out saying, you need a headset for sure, Beaming. Basically just telling him, like, bro, you obviously don't hear the footsteps here. It's plain as day. You hear the guy's self-res. Well, you don't hear him self-res because he cuts it out in his video, which is more manipulation. But he also turns the audio all the way down so you can't hear the footsteps above his head. He says, I do have a headset. I listen to the gameplay thoroughly with my Astro A40 headset. Can you sponsor this guy? Please, can you get him someone get him a contract? A headset and mix amp. I have my Astro Command Center set up exactly how Shroud has it. Shout out to Shroud for, giving Beeman the best possible audio settings. Just so we are clear, I listen to the footage prior to recording, so I haven't got a fat headset wobbling on my head as I am recording. So he records it beforehand and turns the audio down and doesn't have a headset on so he doesn't have to listen to it. And he says that he goes through it, himself beforehand. How does that prove anything, Beeman? The people that you are accusing and posting it to YouTube for other people to review need to hear the audio as well. What does that change? Like, you keep the audio at least at the normal level, but we all know why you're doing it, buddy. Let's move on. And this is a clip that he posted to his Twitter account. I could go over every single clip that he has posted and have a explanation for every single one. I just don't have time. This guy's made 3 videos on me. They're all like 20 to 30 minute long videos or something. This guy's going to just continue to make content. No matter what I show to this person, it's, again, like I said, this person's not in this to try to prove that I am, to try to prove who is hacking and who's not. He's trying to prove that I am hacking even if I'm not hacking. That's what he is doing. A great example of that is by posting stuff like this to Twitter. In this clip right here, I know that there are people above me. I'm going to show you the full clip in a moment. I know that there's a team above me that I'm about to push on this building. Now, he shows this clip of me aiming up at the roof and getting some lock through the top of the roof. And the reason why I'm getting that lock is because this player's leg is literally sticking through the floor, his gun's sticking through the floor, and for whatever reason, my aim assist is still giving me lock in this particular situation, and I know already that these people are up here from their footsteps, but I'm aiming at this roof, makes it look much more suspicious when he cuts the clip, obviously, right down to this very spot, but let's take a look at it.
He's looking over at me. Literally getting locked through the wall. Down him.
My teammate down the top guy, I jump up, he downed that guy as well, and I just finish him. And then I look down here, I beam this guy, and we'll get to the rest of the clip in a second because he has some other stuff that he has to say. But let me just quickly show you the full clip. Twitter clip, full. I say, I know these people are on me up here on this rooftop. I start pushing up here. I'll skip ahead just slightly until I get closer to the top. We're about to see. Ahead, Zim.
Yeah, I see him. One sec, stay alive. He's looking over at me.
I literally see this guy through the ceiling. I see his gun coming through the ceiling. I see his leg coming through the ceiling. Like it's a glitch in the game. This guy's skin, this guy's weapon is just coming down through the bottom of that roof. So I obviously know this guy's here. Now, in his newest video, in his newest iteration of Demon Outs Hackers, he goes back on this claim. He says, oh, in this clip, I wasn't trying to prove that he has walls. I was trying to prove that he has aimbot. And it just makes you think, if this guy truly was trying to do that, what reason would he have to cut the clip down to the point where you can't even have the information that this guy is right here? He cuts the clip to this point right here, where I say that I'm getting locked through the wall, and I 100% was getting aim assist controller locked through the wall, but I know that guy's there. And then in this video, I'm going to show you right here, he goes back on that statement.
This actually shows Zlaner locking through the wall, through the roof. You can see the enemy's gun here. So he knows the enemy's up there. That's fine. I'm not calling him out for wall hacking.
So he's trying to play this. It's just an absolute joke. And like I said, from the other clips you guys have already seen, you already know this guy's a scumbag. You already know that this guy is not like actually doing this for the right reasons. He doesn't have this heart of gold. He's doing this for clout. He's doing this for views, obviously, or he wouldn't be manipulating clips. He wouldn't be trying to take things out of context like he is right here. And then just to save face, go back after all of the comments on his Twitter clip say, why don't you show the first 30 seconds? Why don't you show the first 15 seconds? So then when he finally makes a YouTube video on it, he goes back and he says, oh, wait. No, I'm trying to call out aimbot here. That's what I'm really trying to call out.
Can he get at all? No. But what you will see here is his aim actually locking through the roof.
Yes.
So he knows the enemy's there. But the best part about this is Zlaner actually says that he was locking through the wall. Watch this.
He's looking over at me.
Literally getting locked through the wall.
Stay alive. He's looking over at me.
Literally getting locked through the wall. What did I just say? What? Yeah, I'm getting locked through the wall. Like, what's... This guy's leg is sticking through the wall. And if you guys don't already know this as well, Joewo explained it very, very solid in his video.
Like right there, that is a perfect point right here. Is as I'm swiping across the screen, sometimes aim assist will kick in right there and slow down the side of the car that the opponent is on. Even though I can't see them, sometimes aim assist will kick in through the box or the car and slow down on either the left side or the right side. It's broken, but sometimes it can pretty much tell me where the opponent is, because aim assist will kick in and kind of tell me where the person is standing either on the left side or the right side if my aim assist slows down while I'm aiming down sights towards a target.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm just jumping in here for a quick second. A huge shout out goes out to JGOD and Snake Eyes for showing this clip that I'm about to show, or going and demonstrating exactly what I was talking about here in the video with the lock through the wall that I was talking about in this clip. He's, as I said, again, Bad Boy Beaming having another example of him not having knowledge of the game, showing that, and not just doing that, but manipulating clips. So cutting it back, not showing the foot coming through, not showing the gun coming through, and not showing that I actually am, when he says I'm getting lock and I say I'm getting lock, he thinks it's aimbot. Of course he's going to say it's aimbot. And if it was only that this guy was actually didn't have a lot of knowledge on the game and was making these accusations, I would actually have some sort of sympathy. But it's the fact that he goes as far to cut the clips down, as we've shown many times in the video, manipulate the clips, and then make it look like it, and then slow it down and show different shots afterwards that don't even look sus. It's mind-boggling. Anyway, shouts out to JGOD. Shouts out to Snake Eyes as well for putting the clip out there. And yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay, so
back and forth.
yeah, so let me see. Oh, there you go. Oh, look, right where you were before.
Yeah, coming back.
I saw your gun through it. Look, right here. Just stand right there. Oh, back up. Okay, right there. And then what I'm gonna do is put my sensitivity really high.
Yeah.
Just so it's obvious.
Yeah.
If you guys play this game a lot, you'll know what I'm talking about, and you don't even need, you can go and do your own, you can do your own tests on this as well if you won't take my word for it. If you go to certain places on the map, there are places, for instance, a great example of this, you can land Superstore right away, and you can go on top of Superstore on the green cones on top. They're very famous. The green little triangle windows, those are very, very famous if you're a controller player for not getting any aim assist around those areas. And the reason being, if you land a chopper there, there's like an invisible wall that if you land it there, it doesn't, like, it blocks the whole area. So when you're on top of that area, for whatever reason, there's times where you just don't feel like your aim assist is doing anything at all. And then guess what? There's also railings in this game when you go up certain staircases when you're trying to have railing fights where the aim assist doesn't seem to help. But then there's also the complete opposite of that as well. And Joewo explains it in his video where there are times where you 100%, especially when someone's leg is sticking through the floor and his gun is sticking through the floor, where the aim assist is still going to track it slightly and you're going to get a little bit of slowed down movement. That's just how it works. I literally don't know what else to tell you. And this guy seems to not be able to understand that. He's got his hand up to his ear. He's surprised as to what I just said, even though it's very, very straightforward and simple. And then he zooms in on these beams of these guys that, like, they're, like, I'm assuming he's calling aimbot there as well. Those are literally the most normal beams I've ever seen in my life. Little beam. Transfer and beam.
And then after that,
I'm just, again, this goes back to me talking about a very, obviously, someone who doesn't have a very good understanding of this game. Like, no joke, I have casual player friends that understand that can hit those kind of shots. Like, I don't see what this guy sees. And well, again, I know what he sees. He sees that fucking YouTube ad revenue.
that situation.
Now, in this clip right here, again, the quality is very, very bad. That's what he likes to do on his YouTube channel. So I apologize about the quality. In this clip right here, he's accusing Huskers of having a wall hack because he can't possibly fathom how Huskers could have known that this person was here in this exact location. And you'll see exactly what I mean here in this clip. He's beaming this guy through this wall.
I just did the thing.
Okay.
Little eyebrow rate, looks a little suspect to me.
Oh god, dude, we're getting in cheater lobbies for the rest of the day.
Okay.
So, okay.
And now this is where he shoots himself in the foot. This is like literally the perfect spot where it really truly his true colors show of him not having an understanding of the game and then making these accusations. These accusations, this is what we do full time. Like these are like Huskers runs a successful stream, a very successful stream. This guy's out here slandering his name with no knowledge of this game.
I'll say it as it is. On the minimap at the top right-hand corner, you can see an enemy. He decides to shoot at the exact location that enemy is. Let's watch it.
Okay, and what I mean by he shoots himself in the foot is notice how he calls out Huskers and says, you know what? I got nothing to hide here. We can clearly see that the guy's up in the UAV, up on the right-hand corner. You see him shoot.
No.
Which you can. Right here. Boom.
So you see the enemies.
You see the enemy. You see that he shot. And now this is a perfect example. This is the example I'm talking about of him not having any game knowledge. If you guys do not know how UAVs work or how your minimap works in the game, if someone shoots or if you just see a UAV sweep go by and you have a red dot on your minimap, on a normal UAV sweep, what you have is you have a red dot. You have a red circle dot. And if you look even closer, if someone is above you, there is a triangle above the red dot, a red triangle. And then and this is all old news. Most people should already know this and you can go test it out for yourself if you don't believe me. Down below of the red dot, if this person was below Huskers, it would show that they were down low. Obviously, clearly, and not that clearly because this quality is not the best, but you can see that the red dot has no arrow. It's just a flat red dot that he has zoomed in on right here. Now, Beaming doesn't understand what I just explained, that you can tell where someone is on the radar, whether they are above, below you, or on the same level as you, depending on what the dot shows on the UAV. So let's just take a look real quick at what he says here.
It's already appeared on the minimap up here. Okay. But they could be on the roof.
No.
Or ground floor.
No, they
and
couldn't.
Keep in mind as well, on this side of the building, okay, there's a ladder that goes up here. But inside there is just a staircase.
Yep.
So how would he know to hit that exact location right there?
Because it's very, very simple. Yet again, Huskers is standing on elevation right now. For those of you that know this building good enough, and if you don't, you should go in and check it out. In the SOS buildings, just like he explained, there is a staircase. There's a staircase on this left side right over here where this window is, where we're about to see Huskers shoot through. That's exactly on the minimap where you see the red dot. And again, like I explained, there is no red arrow above, no red arrow below. He doesn't understand how that works, which indicates to Huskers that this guy is on his level. So of course Huskers isn't going to shoot over here where there's no staircase, and he knows the only way this guy can be on his level is he has to be in the middle of the staircase. He has to be, because that's the same level that he's on. So he decides to shoot through this wooden window that's right here, a closed wooden window, and ends up hitting the shot. And even he was surprised, even though he had all that information.
It could have been there, it could have been there. You know, it could have been any part of that building.
It could not.
Based on that red dot on the minimap.
And that's literally it. That is basically it. And he decides to shoot right there. And that's very surprising to him. So that's just a great example, again, of this guy's knowledge of the actual game. The guy that's making these accusations that doesn't even know about, like, know certain key things to this game to be making these kind of accusations. It's quite ridiculous. So, I mean, that's it, folks. I think the biggest thing that we could take away from literally this entire ordeal, and the accusations have been thrown my way and get thrown towards so many top tier players on a daily basis, regular basis. I think the biggest thing that we could take away from this is just that there is just a very, very dire need for more communication between the development team, the game, and some type of hopefully anti-cheat coming to the game, because it's just ridiculous that I ever had to make this video to begin with, that there is so much doubt out there to begin with. Because I'm telling you this right now, when I played Fortnite and streamed and grinded Fortnite, and I was pretty solid at the game. I'm not gonna lie, I was like decent. I played in a lot of major tournaments. I played in the first Winter Royale. I played in like early on in the game. I really grinded that game, and I dropped a 40 bomb at one point.
I see the both. Oh yes, snipe one. One's got a rocket launcher. I got him. He's one shot. 40 kill game, baby. Let's go. Oh my god. That's so close to world record.
I grinded the hell out of that game, and with all of that, those good gameplays and that success with that game, I was rarely and never, I would never have had this kind of like this news going around about me that there was any question that I was hacking, because that game has such a phenomenal anti-cheat, and you only run into a hacker once in a while, like once in a blue moon. I would play that game for months on end and not run into a single hacker. Whereas in this game, almost every time you die, people call hacker, because it's just so prevalent in the game. There's so many of them, and it's hard to even blame the player base for being so, you know, pitchfork and torch, like wanting to go do this, because it's just ridiculous. I'm not saying that justifies them looking at Beaming's terrible evidence and still doing it, but I'm just saying it makes sense. And I'm not I am not a game developer. I'm not going to sit here like I know anything to do with that stuff. I'm not going to sit here and say, just throw an anti-cheat in the game. I don't know what it takes to do all those things. I'm not saying I do. I think one of the like unfortunate parts about, you know, grinding this game and having your name trashed, and how, you know, discouraging that is for, I know, a lot of top tier players, because of all the hard work they put into trying to be as good as they can be, is that there really just doesn't seem to be too much communication. I will say this before I say anything. As this video is being released not too long ago, we did have 2 massive ban waves. And I will say that the game has been playing better. I've been running into way less hackers, and it's amazing. But the issue still lies. I still run into a handful a week, like a decent amount every single week. And the sad part most of all is not just that we like don't have an anti-cheat. It really isn't that. It's more so the communication. It's more so, and like I said, Raven Software, they were doing a great job of letting us know about the ban waves and tweeting, and they seem to be more active now, which thank you so much. I love this game, by the way. I'm only passionate about this because I love this game and I want to see it do well. And I would hate to see the reason why people start to lose the passion in this game is because they can't stand dying to hackers and even having to deal with this in the first place. But I feel like more communication is key. I think it's not the fact that there is no anti-cheat. It's the fact that there isn't much communication on it. Yes, we've had a few ban waves. Yes, we've had stuff. But when can we get a, we hear you. We know that an anti-cheat is what we need. And here's what we're doing to, here's the steps we're taking to do that. We want that more often. Like I said, I totally understand they have been doing it more often, and I can't thank them enough for that. Doing the ban waves, tweeting about it, keeping us more up to date. We need more of that. We need a tighter knit thing, relationship with this, with the developers, because we need it. Just what sucks the most is the not knowing if they're hearing people, complain about this shit every single day. It would be so much better if they say, hey, we hear you guys. We know this game is ridden with hackers and we're doing something about it. That, and even if it took them time to make it happen, that would still be enough. That would probably be enough for so many people to be like, hey, at least they're hearing us out. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest takeaway from this video. Anyway, guys, I love y'all for the support. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you listen. This isn't the content I make on a regular basis. I'm not a drama YouTuber. I had to address this because my name was being slandered. Other people's names were being slandered, and more were going to continue to be slandered. I hope after this that they're not going to be. I would assume that Beaming, I would expect he's probably going to make some kind of response video. And I would hope that response video is not a response video. I would hope it's more so of an apology video to all the streamers that he is cutting clips out and doing this manipulation towards, because it's kind of ridiculous. Even on his own tweets right now, even after the video was released, maybe my editor can pull this up. His tweets, he's already saying like, I'm expecting the Z fan to be tilted after the video is posted. Like, he still has seen the first video and knows himself that he's doing this, and he's still trying to play it off like he's not. And it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. I just don't go down this path. That's all I got to say. It's not a good path to go down to. Trying to tear other people down, doing what they love is very, very sad. I think that's like the most disrespectful shit out there. And it's very, very, very frowned upon. And I will say this to anyone that is a fan of me. Please do not do anything intense. I've received massive amounts of death threats and people telling me to kill myself because of the tournament earnings that I've won in this game, and people saying that I cheated to get them. I don't want you guys to do the same. I don't, two wrongs don't make a right. Cheesy shit to say, but it's true. Please do not go and start taking things too far and saying death threats and doing things to this guy. Hopefully he can just understand his wrong ways and be done with this. Move on. Like, it's just ridiculous. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I do not do this drama stuff often. I never do this drama stuff. I just post fun stuff. I'm trying to have a good time, be a solid player in every game I play, make funny ass good content with people like Dr. Disrespect, Stone Mountain, many big names, competing against many big names. That's what I love to do, making good killer content for you guys to enjoy. So subscribe to the YouTube channel if you enjoy that, if you like the sounds of that, and take a look at my other videos and get ready for more regular your regular scheduled program to be posted very, very soon. Anyway, guys, love y'all. Peace.